Welcome back, everybody. Today we are in physical media home theater world, and we'll be taking a look at the Magnetar UDP800, an ultra-expensive multi-format video disc spinner. This unit will play just about anything round and shiny, but you're gonna have to pay for it. Before we get started, if you're into tech, hi-fi, or movies, be sure to push the subscribe button for new weekly videos. I spent quite a bit of time with the Magnetar UDP800 trying to figure out exactly who the customer is for this kind of disc spinner. It carries a premium price tag of $1,600, which places it in rarefied air as far as Blu-ray players are concerned. I think to really understand who this player is targeted at, though, you have to thoroughly understand what its feature set is. To get started with this, let's talk a little bit about what this player does and what it doesn't do. Okay, for the do's, the player looks great. It's got amazing curb appeal with a kind of retro feel. The dot matrix display takes me way back. And, I think that's the feeling that the designer wanted to elicit. It plays literally everything I could throw at it, including just about every type of recordable media and specialty formats, including SACD. That's a big one, which is an important point, and I'll get to that in just a bit. It supports all of the current video technology, including HDR10, HDR10+, Dolby Vision. It upconverts to 4K, and it even does HDR to SDR conversion if you need it. On the audio side, it handles DSD64-128, multi-channel DSD64, all of the 192/24 PCM formats, Dolby True Audio HD, DTS HD Master, Atmos, and DTS:X. And maybe, most notably, it also has some fancy audio hardware that is its special sauce. On top of all of that, it can also play back from USB and network shares. Now for the stuff that it doesn't do. So it doesn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Seriously, no Wi-Fi? It's got Ethernet, but no Wi-Fi. That's just weird. It doesn't stream anything. So this is not a streamer. This will play back your discs and some files, but that's all it's got. No tone mapping, and I think also importantly, no multi-channel analog out. It's got great left and right, but no multi-channel. So, what's special about the unit and who would want it? Well, the folks that are going to go crazy for this player are the same folks that went crazy for the Oppo players of the past. This unit is expressly built for those that want to listen to audio discs as much or more than they want to watch movies. To level set, the movie experience via HDMI on this unit is as good as any other non-tone mapping unit out there. It's a super solid player, and it didn't struggle with any of the disc types I threw at it. The UI isn't particularly inspiring, but for most folks, they will visit that once or twice, and then it's really just about sticking the discs in and hitting play. But as I said, the audio features, that's what's going to bring all the boys to the yard. There are two pieces to this audio solution to talk about: the output stage and the power transformer. For the output stage, the 800 leverages two independent Burr Brown PCM1795 DAC processors, one for each channel of the two-channel audio output, the left and the right. On the op-amp side, it boasts Muses 8920s. This circuitry is all mated to a pair of gold-plated XLR outputs on the rear of the unit. The choice of this older DAC tech again adds to the nostalgic feeling of this player. To take things a step further for the audiophiles, to give that great audiophile feeling, great attention was paid to the high-power transformer. Magnetar fitted this unit with a custom 60-watt high-power low-noise transformer. It has a two-stage filter design along with Japanese Rubicon electrolyte capacitors. A special metal enclosure separates all of this gear from the rest of internals. This feels really audiophile and two-channelish, and I think that's a really big draw for that particular crowd. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before I get back to answering the question of who this is for is to touch on the remote. For me, this beast of a remote is far too crowded with buttons to be super useful. Again, this is an old school design, and I think it was done on purpose to again elicit the remembrance of the old Oppo players of the past. Okay, so who wants this player? This unit is designed for the audiophile that dabbles in video. The perfect user is a two-channel purist that wants a video disc player that can also play back specialty audio formats such as SACD. This unit has a classic feel with tech that elicits the feel of the older Oppo players. Now these folks have a choice. Do they spring for an out-of-production Oppo player, or do they pick up this shiny new Magnetar? Okay, this brings me to my final word. The Magnetar UDP800 is a solid 4K Blu-ray player with great build quality and a good set of features. It performs on par with any other disc player as far as the output from its HDMI cable is concerned, but its magic lies in its 2-channel hi-fi output capabilities. If you want a great player with 2-channel hi-fi capabilities, then this is a good contender. Although if that hi-fi desire extends to multi-channel analog outputs, you're going to need to step up to the $3,000 Magnetar UDP900. If you happen to own a current generation player from the likes of Panasonic or Sony, you might not get a lot of bang for your buck for upgrading to the Magnetar 800, but if you don't have a solid player, this is a great way to go if you want that 2-channel experience. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.